Hey everybody, welcome back to B-Dub's Disc Golf. It's been a minute, but unfortunately work has been getting in the way of my ability to play disc golf. So you might be in a situation like me where you wish you could play disc golf more than work, but you got to pay the bills. What are you going to do? So today I am back at Horizon's disc golf course. We're going to start on basket number 9 because they're doing a lot of leaf blowing. They actually take care of this course really well, so it's really cool. So I'm going to stay out of their way. Start off at 9 and just play until either the weather breaks on me or I run out of time, or we'll see what happens. Also, I got a couple more videos to show today from the USDGC. And I'll surprise you with those 2 videos in just a second. But first, let's start off with number 9, 223 feet, par 3, and we're just going to go with a simple M2. That should work. Nice to start off with a birdie. On the last basket, I used my M2, which for the most part goes straight and then finishes left. It's a mid-range. For 223 feet, it's really more than I need, but it's nice when I can use the M2 and just give a nice, super simple or easy throw and still know that it's going to get there. But one thing that's been interesting lately, at least for me, is that my M2's been turning on me. It's going right. And so one of the things that I'm going to reevaluate my bag this year. Actually, I want to do an in the bag video, talk about the disc that I have in my bag and share with you about what disc I have and why I use them. But I'd be curious, you know, for those of you who are watching, how often do you rotate your disc? Do you have it when you get a disc that starts turning on you? Do you immediately replace it? Do you keep it? Do you add? I don't know, I'll just be curious. Basket number 10, 191 feet. It's a little bit to the right, so I'm gonna go with my PA5 because I like it to drift a little bit to the right. So I walked here, it's like crunch, crunch, crunch. The amount of acorns on this course are insane. The squirrels here must be crazy fat. If you watch the channel, if you're a common viewer of this channel, you know I love my PA5. My PA5 is just guaranteed to start drifting right and just stay right. The only thing I do miss is my Inovie Cobra, which used to be my bag. My Inovie Cobra would go right and it always finished left. My PA5 almost always goes right and stays right. But for number 10 at Horizons, PA5 is perfect. Sometimes it goes long, but that was just a really great throw. Also, you know, if you're a regular watcher of B-Dub's Disc Golf, you know I loves me my PA2. And so this is my PA2, which is supposed to be an overstable disc, but for me flies pretty straight, so I thoroughly enjoy it. The other reason why I like that purple PA5 is when I need something to go right, I actually have more trust in that than a forehand. To me, one of the best forehand throwers and a specialist forehand thrower on tour is Sarah Hokom. She has a very unique style of throwing, but you know, she just throws a forehand, gets really low and just throws it perfectly every single time. Well, obviously not perfectly every single time, but I'm impressed with her. And I had a chance to meet her at USDGC and got a chance to ask her my silly questions, and she was gracious enough to spend some time in answering it. So let's watch this video for a second.
Like interrupt.
Did you say your dog's name is Putter?
No, this is Raven.
Oh, okay.
Raven the dog. There's a lot of Ravens on tour, and this is Raven the dog. There's Raven the boy, Raven the girl, Raven Klein, Raven Newsom, Raven the dog.
What's your favorite activity to do with your dog?
So my favorite activity to do with this one is throw rollers. She's the roller queen. We throw rollers to her all day long, and she comes and brings them back and then lets us throw them again and carries her frisbee around the whole round.
Nice. So if I want to get better at rollers, I got to get my dog in.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Correct.
Cool.
I highly recommend a fission fireball.
All right. Nice. Nice. All right, thank you.
Yeah, cool.
Basket number 11, 204 feet, par 3. We're going to go with our Gomorrah PA2. Get in. That's all right. As I said, for me, my PA2 is just a straight shooter. So I love this disc. I told you this before, I plan on going to USDGC every year because I just thought it was just a blast. One of the things that I did not take advantage of were the free throwing clinics that they had. And so that's another reason why I want to do it next year. Maybe stay the night and get the opportunity to do some of the clinics. One thing's for sure, if you've never seen Sarah Hokom play or throw, just search her on YouTube. You'll see her throwing style. I think she's an excellent forehand thrower. And if she ever puts on a clinic, or if I ever hear of her putting on a clinic in my area, that's something I'm definitely going to work to get to, because I definitely want to improve my forehand. I just don't do it a lot, partly because it hurts my elbow, and partly, quite frankly, it's not as strong of a throw for me. But I think I'm getting better at it. All right, we are at basket number 12, 296 feet. I'm going to go with an F1 because we have a little bit of a breeze, get some more stability. And check out my new F1, y'all, dyed by Mad Disc. And so don't forget, check out Mad Disc. If you want to get some dyed disc, and use BDubs10 to get a 10% discount off of your order. All right, here we go. I am just parking it today. I just recently watched a video by Robbie C talking about when to accelerate, and this concept of arm speed, but when do we try to pull, or when do we try to move that arm super fast, and getting that rhythm and really accelerating at the wrong time. So I've been working on that lately, and I feel like it's been really, really helpful. At the time when I edit this video, I'm going to try to remember to put a link to his video on that, because I thought it was a fantastic video, and I think it's helped me, and it might help you. Nothing better than tap-in putts. So normally I do a turnover. I'll use my H7, throw it towards the red barn, have it turn to the right, and end up towards the basket. We have a pretty, it's not a strong headwind, but it's a big enough headwind for me to be a little bit concerned about that. So I am going to go the hyzer route. I'm going to go to the right of this tree, over OB, and have it hyzer back in towards the basket. And a new disc in my bag, mainly because of the stamp, because I love the Rip It stamps, is my D3, my Rip It D3. And I forgot to mention basket number 13, 285 feet is what I just threw up the hill towards. I think the D3 is one of my new favorite. Now, I don't know if I call it my favorite disc, but I'm starting to like it and getting used to it. It is definitely beefy, high-speed disc for me, but it's not so beefy that it won't go straight a little bit, or it's impossible for me to get it to turn a little bit before it fades out. I find the D1 and the D2 are both too beefy for me, that I will only pull out if it's high winds or I really want a left turn. D1's not in my bag. That one's just, that's just straight up filet mignon. Can't do it. Can't do the D1. How many birdies is that in a row? Like I said, they are taking care of the disc course. They're taking care of the course, so we got a leaf blower going on, and hopefully you can still hear me just fine. Quick question, why do leaf blowers have to be so loud? I got a vehicle that can go over 100 miles per hour. It doesn't make as much noise as a leaf blower. Give me a break. Also, controversial take, rake much faster than a leaf blower. Yeah, there, I said it. All right. We're gonna skip to basket A. So we're gonna do the ABC before going to 14. So we're at basket A, 247 feet. We got to get through this tunnel and have a hyzer to the left. And so I'm gonna go with my FX2, which is a very beefy disc. Missed my mark, went early release, but I still might be okay. Slipped out of my hand. All right, let's aim for the top of the basket. Out for the drop. So close. Birdie streak over. That's all right. That was a good bid. Basket B, 229 feet. I'm gonna go with my M3 Test Run 2.0. I'm still sad that Prodigy hasn't mass produced this disc because this disc is amazing. Looks like I hit a root or something. Call me Brett the valet, because I am doing some serious park jobs today. Basket C, 287 feet. I'm going to see if I can't get there with my D3 Rip It. I didn't notice it until I got down here, but there's definitely wind action happening down here, and it actually keeps changing. When I walked down here, it was a significant right to left wind. Now it looks like it's a left to right wind. Anyway, the D3 was a good disc choice for this situation. Another chain hit. It's all right. I wonder if we should stick with the question, what would Sarah Hokom do? I'm gonna do a forehand on this one again. I usually don't do a forehand on this. I usually do a turnover with my F7 and then have it come back. But we got a wind coming through and I'm not sure what my disc will do. So let's do the FX3 forehand. Wow, what was that? That was not a good forehand. My apologies, Sarah Hokom. So we're gonna do a layup here. The wind has certainly picked up. I don't know if you can tell, but the wind has picked up significantly. Basket 15, 200 feet. I'm going with my P model OS because I really would like some stability on this. Not enough stability. I needed more stability. I'm trying to think. I wonder if an A1 would have been better. So this is the most overstable slow speed disc that I have in my bag in A1. Yep, and that is what I needed. So notice with the wind, I needed something more stability. So this is where my A1 landed. And so that would have been an easy birdie, but I didn't use my A1. I used my P Mono OS, which did not have enough stability, and the wind just kept pushing it to the right. Lessons learned though. Lessons are always good to learn. Always learning, and that's a wonderful thing. So maybe I can make a highlight putt from way downtown back here with all this wind. Ah! Did you see that, y'all? That almost went in. Oh my gosh. That Oh my gosh, that was amazing. That was amazing. Basket 16, 206 feet. Now our wind is pushing right to left. But I'm still gonna go with my PA2, hopefully that's the right choice, and aim a little bit to the right of the basket, and even if it goes a little bit left, it'll be okay. And I think that is okay. All right. Basket 17, 224 feet. We have a left to right wind, but it's not as strong as when we were at the top of the crest. So I'm gonna go back to my P model OS to see if I can't get a hyzer towards the basket. A little bit of an early release, but I will take it. As we get back to the ridge, the wind has picked up again. Ooh, just knocked it right down. To me, the difficult thing about wind is the strength of the wind at the tee box could be very different from the strength of the wind at the basket or even on the way towards the basket. So right now, based on the falling leaves, it doesn't seem like the wind's that strong between here and the basket, but right now I've got a pretty strong tailwind here at the tee pad. So we'll see what happens. 18, 228 feet. We're gonna go with my M2. Too low, get some skip. So I'm at the stage of my putting game where I believe strongly that I'm going to get one circle 2 putt. No chains or very few chains necessary. Putting is all about confidence. I believe that. It's very rare that I have this kind of confidence, except for when I'm filming and have zero on the line. So remember, we started on hole 9. So we are now at basket number 1, 146 feet, par 3. I'm gonna go with my distortion, which is a slow speed overstable disc, and I think it's similar to the Zone or the Harp or the A2. But nice, simple, short basket and quick flick. This is where I got my first ace ever. So okay. So the second interview I'm going to show you in this video is a twofer. Got a chance to meet Ella Hansen and Holyn Handley. If you've ever want to learn some great tips on disc golf, check out Instagram with Holyn Handley. I think she does a fantastic job of teaching some things. Also, a little known fact, Ella Hansen is actually what inspired my new putting form. It just seems like she has a straight putting motion, and it just seemed something that I wanted to adopt, and I really like it. So I think it's helped my putting game a lot, and it's just easier for my brain to deal with. So check out this video.
Hey everybody, welcome back to V-Dubs. We got Holyn and Ella, two of my favorite FPL players. If you can go anywhere you want, I'm gonna give you $10,000. You have to go together. Where are you going?
We have to go together.
You gotta go together. Where are you going? What are you doing?
I was thinking some kind of rafting trip.
That sounds great. That sounds really great.
What's like the best place
Grand
to go
Canyon rafting trip?
That sounds
sick.
good. 10 grand to blow on that would be sick. We can bring our friends.
rafts and all our friends, and it would be awesome.
Can we bring Tyler and Bronte?
Nice Grand Canyon rafting. Thank you.
We are at basket 2, 245 feet. I'm going to throw it to the right, have it hyzer in. I'm going to use my F1. Once again, look at that beautiful matte disc stamp disc. Huh. A bit too much. Whew. That was a bad putt. Just a bad putt. Basket number 3, 269 feet downhill underneath the trees. We're gonna go with my F1, see if we can't get it to slide underneath the trees. I'll take it, not as much slide as I want it. I was worried about the little branches, but I was very glad that they did not prevent me from making the putt. Basket number 4, 252 feet. We're gonna go uphill and a little bit to the left around this tree. Feeling the energy of the matte disc stamp, so I'm going to stick with my F1. A little short, but I'll take it. Too much hyzer. Now we are back in the wind tunnel. Very clear left to right wind. So let's see what we can do. And it knocked it down. That is some serious winds, folks. That's all right, we're having fun. We are at basket 7. So I skipped 5 and 6 because they're doing course maintenance in that area. Didn't want to bother them. Like I said, I think they do a great job taking care of this course. So I'm just gonna skip to 7, end on 8, and call it a day. So basket numbers out, and then ran into a guy who was playing the perimeter route. And so I think that would be a fun video to do out here in Horizons. Do either the perimeter or the Brutal 18 course that's on UDisc and just see what it's like. Just try to play it out and video it. That should be fun. So maybe I'll do that next time. All right, number 7, 190 feet. We're just gonna do a simple hyzer from my distortion. We've got some serious wind. I was gonna try to wait and see if it would calm down a little bit, but it doesn't seem like it is. So, well, let's just do it. I'm gonna try to keep this distortion flat. Maybe even with a little bit of Annie. A little low, but I think that'll be okay. Last one for the day, basket number 8, 201 feet. Pretty much a straight shot. So whenever you got a short straight shot, you got to go with PA2. It'll be a little bit challenging today because, like I said, we got wind, right to left wind. So I'm going to try to throw it a little bit to the right of the basket, and hopefully my PA2 will stay true. Thanks for watching. As always, very much appreciate you guys watching the channel. And when you guys see me on the course and say hi, I love it. Trust me, I do. So, as always, if you see me out there on the course, don't forget to say hi. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And just hope you enjoy the video. And if you have comments, and again, always be kind, of ideas of videos that you want me to do, let me know. I would be more than happy to give it a shot. All right, here we go. 8, basket 8, 201 feet. Thanks for sticking around if you made it this far. I will have to tally it and edit, but I think I had a heck of a round. So, have a good one.